Thanks so much for sticking with us. All right, we've been talking a lot for the last week or so about how it's almost back to school season. And one of the big debates that we have going on in this region, Minnesota has already settled the question with free universal school lunches. North Dakota is still making up its mind. We have a big vote coming up in November. And one of the biggest advocates for healthy eating, teaching kids how to love food and pick good food for them. This is Ashley Schneider. She's been on the show before. Last time she had a broccoli theme. Today, we're going with more of a fruit situation here. Ashley, thanks so much for coming back.
Thank you for inviting me.
So congratulations are in order, because before we were talking about how she's getting more school kids to love their vegetables, come home demanding broccoli from their parents of all things. Now you've got your sights on an even bigger project. Tell me what's going on with you.
I'm continuing to run Moorhead Area Public Schools. We're getting ready and gearing up for lunch and breakfast too, and training and all of the fun jazz that goes into that. But I'm also playing a bigger role this year as the 26-27 Minnesota School Nutrition Association president.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was much harder to say
than it was to actually achieve. So this was something that you were passionate about. Why? What is it that thrills you so much about making kids eat their vegetables?
Because it's a huge win, and we don't get a lot of wins with kids. And vegetables are hard. Fruit is pretty easy. It's sweet, but it's a challenge that I love to do. When a kid tells me they don't like something, then it is literally my life's mission to try to get them to try different things. Yeah. It's a reward that you get, all jobs that you do or that you work for, you kind of get different rewards. There's nothing quite like the reward that we get to watch a kid eat your food and say, oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's better than my grandma cooks, different things like that. So that's what fuels my fire. And then in regards to the association and being the president, I want to also fuel the fire of those who fuel the fire of kids. So creating and giving them resources or different things that they can do. We are our city's largest restaurant. School districts are. But the beautiful thing is we don't have to create or reinvent the wheel, right? We can't steal each other's customers. So we get to actually work with each other, collaborate, figure out best practices. And so that's part of what I want to do, is to help lead so that we can all do amazing things and teach kids about eating vegetables and healthy items. And, Farm to School is a huge initiative. So learning where their food comes from. We have our part in the educational system, and it's teaching kids about food.
I mean, school and eating right and teaching kids better nutritional habits, it has so many knock-on effects, right? It really sets them up for success, not just in school, but later in life.
Absolutely.
What do you think is the biggest thing that needs to change statewide about how we're feeding our kids?
Just embracing. So we are embracing the food change and the culture shift, right? Yeah. So our kids are not necessarily eating just chicken nuggets and pizza and Italian dunkers anymore. Don't worry, we have those things on our menu.
Collective sigh of relief for the kids who haven't run off to day camp yet.
But we've also learned too that we've had to branch out and try different things. Like last year we did for our district sambusas, and it was amazing. The kids that eat sambusas in their house were super excited to share with kids that maybe didn't know what it was. Everybody loved it. And so just learning about what's out there and what kids are trying. Kids are exposed to so much more nowadays. And so their palates are much more broader than they were back when I was going to school. So just knowing that, shifting and understanding that although a kid may tell you they don't like something 10 times, that 12th time they may tell you. And so that's just what keeps us going, is just to keep trying them. I think I've said it to you before, where we have them all school year. So we have many days to pick at them to try new things.
Well, you are an inspiration to all of us moms and dads out there who are wrecking our brains to get our kids to try something that they just swore up and down they weren't gonna. Thank you so much for sharing some of your expertise. I'm very excited to see how this new role is going to go for you in the course of the next year. We'll keep you guys all posted on Ashley's adventures and some of her tips and tricks. We'll have that on our website, and we're going to come back and check what is hopefully some good veggie growing weather right after the break.